Why? Why am I shocked that this failed? I shouldn't be. I should have seen this coming a mile away. But I wanted to believe that this would be a good remake. And it wasn't. It failed on so many levels. Why am I shocked at all about that? You've probably seen it everywhere because every big channel that talks about animation has discussed this already. So now it's my turn. Powerpuff Girls reboot is god fucking awful. I'm amazed at how bad it is. If you want to see discussions about animation quality or specific storylines or things of that nature, go check out other channels that have talked about the show, and they're everywhere. I'm going to more talk about the ways that this show failed because, oh, they are spectacular and plentiful. First, memes. Because of course memes. You've probably seen it already. It's gone fucking viral. If you haven't, you can Google it pretty easily. There are GIFs of the girls twerking, or there's the one really popular image that everyone's been using, the Bubbles no me gusta face. Why? Just why? I want to know. I'm asking you, creators of this reboot, why? Let me spell something out for you, for Cartoon Network, for Nickelodeon, for any animation studio, be they cartoon or a movie. Here's a little secret that might help you in the future. We don't like memes in this shit! Okay? Stop it, please. I'm begging you. Stop. Memes do not work in this medium. They will never work in this medium. It doesn't matter how hard you force it in, they will not. The only time it has ever worked is with shows like Adventure Time and Regular Show, which were built around the meme rather than putting it in. That is the only time, and that is very infrequent, that it will ever work. You cannot be Adventure Time. You cannot be Regular Show. You have to be smart and have a good writing staff, which you did not. Oh boy, did you not. And you can't just shove this shit in. Here's why memes don't work. And I can't believe I have to spell this out yet again, because you don't seem, you idiots at the top don't seem to get it. Memes work on the internet because that's where they're made. So people on the internet understand them. They do not work in other mediums because it is foreign to that medium. Okay? So you have to have an understanding of the meme in the first place to even find it funny. But then the other problem, and this is the bigger problem of the medium itself, is cartoons and anime movies take anywhere from 6 months to a couple years to make. So by the time you get the meme in there, it is already really old, and it stopped being funny a long time ago. Okay? That's why it doesn't work. Now please, stop it! Just stop it! Old man yells at webcam. Where else did this fucking show go wrong? Let's see. Oh yeah, they cut out Miss Bellum. Yeah, they cut out an integral character. Why? Well, see, they had an interview, I think it was back in October or November of 15, where they said it was because she wasn't appropriate for the show. Why? Because people got offended by her. So let me get this straight. You took out a character who is a strong, intelligent, a role model, Because she had curves, basically. Because, let's be honest here, we don't know if she was attractive. It was usually implied in the show that she was, but we never saw her face. I think that the very, very last episode, they did. I'm not sure if that was a gag or if that was canon. But basically, the entirety of the show, we never saw her face. It was just implied that she was attractive, but you only saw curves. So, the fact that she was really smart, the fact that she was a role model to the girls, like, it was stressed many times throughout the show that the girls looked up to her. The fact that she was so important and so well developed to the show that there were several episodes revolving specifically around her, those facts are irrelevant because someone felt a tingling in their pants from a cartoon character. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I want to know this. I really do. Are you so fucking asinine that you think... Do you not think Rule 34 exists, first of all? Really? Secondly, this has got to be the stupidest reason I've ever heard of getting rid of a main character. This is just so bad and insulting to not only the original fans of the show, such as myself, but to basically anyone that would have liked a character such as Miss Bellum. You know, well, I've heard some people say, oh, it's because she was a lower ranked character than the mayor, and the mayor was an idiot. You know why they have that? Because that's a typical running gag in TV for decades. You'll have a bumbling buffoon idiot in a higher position of authority, and just like one step below is the intelligent person that actually runs the damn thing. This has been a common gag for decades. That's not an insult. That's just Hollywood being uncreative. Without making it easy to just give you a basic idea of who the character is or what they do, etc., etc. It's a bit lazy in that regard. They may really work with this character, and they usually find ways to make it work with other characters. Just so many ways they went wrong with this. What else? What else? What else? What else? They had a very infamous episode. Already infamous. It's only been out for 3 weeks, and they've already got an infamous episode. Isn't that something? I would suggest Googling that, because they even directly said, yes, that's what the episode was a metaphor for, and it was really bad at what it was trying to do. You do not have the writing team to do this. I don't know why you tried to do this. It was really bad, and you should feel bad. This show reeks of just marketing and playing on nostalgia. Hell, they had toy announcements for this show months in advance of the show. That should have been a warning sign right there. Again, I wanted to believe that this show could be good. Well, Math, you're an idiot. No, reboots of shows are usually bad. Usually, not always. I'll point to the Thundercats reboot as an excellent example of a great reboot that actually was better than the original show. I love the original Thundercats. I love the reboot. And apparently Cartoon Network is a fucking idiot, because even though the show was doing great ratings-wise, they shit-canned it. Well, actually, Cartoon Network never officially shit-canned it. What they did was they put it on indefinite hiatus, to the point where about 2 or 3 years later, the director of the show, on the show's forums, officially said, yeah, we aren't making this show anymore. It got canceled. Because Cartoon Network didn't have the balls to themselves say they were canceling it. It's shows like this that give me absolutely no faith for any future reboot I see anymore. And they've been getting worse. As bad as that sounds, they've actually been getting worse each time. This one is just a culmination of everything wrong that has been happening the last couple of years with these reboots. This is how bad this one was. I'm now scared of the Samurai Jack reboot. The one thing that gives me hope that this one didn't. The Powerpuff Girls reboot did not have Craig McCracken, did not have Tartakovsky, did not have Lauren Faust. All of the big names that were on this show that made this show what it was. That's why that show succeeded, and this show failed miserably. The original had great writers and directors who knew what they were doing, who were masters of their craft, and who knew how to make a quality show, not a marketable product. This show seems like a creation of marketing, and the writing staff was a secondary thought. That's the one thing that gives me hope with the Samurai Jack reboot, because Tartakovsky himself is coming back to that. So I'm hopeful it'll work. But after this abomination of a reboot, I am kind of paranoid, let's put it that way. They failed so terribly. It's laughable if it wasn't so childhood destroying. Cartoon Network, I'm Nickelodeon, any of you that are listening, I'm begging you. Stop this shit. Actually listen to what people want. We don't want memes. We actually want good quality shows. We don't want comedic, lighthearted revivals like this or Teen Titans Go. We actually want the old shit back, or as close to it as we can get. We know we can't get exactly the same thing. At least try. These other reboots have been insults, to the point where they have actually gone out of their way to insult the original fan base. Do you think this is working? Is this what you want to do? It's shows like this that make me question why I even bother watching Cartoon Network anymore. And if they continue doing this shit, I won't. I will stop watching Cartoon Network because they can't make anything right anymore. So please, I'm begging you, any future reboots, actually give a damn about them. Don't just do it for the product. Try and make a good show. Is that so much to ask? Unfortunately, it seems like yes. Fuck me. It's been Math Machine ranting about the wonderful reboot that was the Powerpuff Girls. Please let this be canceled in just a year. Don't let this go on for another 5 years like Teen Titans Go seems to be, or Johnny Test was. Oh god, no. I don't want another Johnny Test out of this. Peace out.